Let me see it again. If I were to break walking down, I would say like the three major components are, you have to have really, really, really perfect posture. Put your hands together. The second part of walking is then the actual walk, and to hit the rhythm and hit the timing. 1, 2. And I think the third most important part is the attitude. Yes. You know, we start from the head down. So I like to say that pretend that you're pulling a string through the top of your head that gets you to stand up really, really tall. Your head should not be moving at all. It's going straight in one direction, no bobbing to the side, right? You need to have your shoulders back, but relaxed. You really need to practice doing this, right? Because what have you been doing your whole life? This, right? So you really have to practice about opening it up and standing there, right? Here, this needs to be really tight because this is where all your strength is coming from. So now one foot in front of the other, and be careful, don't do this, right? Because if you do that, you're gonna have a tendency to then start coming down the runway like duck-footed, right? So get really practice putting them straight in front, right? It is hard. And right? Sorry. It's all right. It's difficult, but that's the position you need, right? Lock out your knees. You see the difference when I tell you to lock out your knees? And so unlock your knees. So, right, exactly. So this is a really good example of if you don't learn to lock out your knees, you'll end up walking down the runway like this. And so it's really important to learn to lock out your knees, okay? This is the line that you want to be giving as a model, because the reality is most people are going to be sitting on the sides. So that's the classic position that you want to give them. Very good. Everything on camera is 10 times bigger than it is in real life. So if you start moving your hips around, on camera, it looks like you're really, really, really swinging them. And then you really have to make sure that your knees are locked out so you don't get that crunched down feeling that when you're walking. And then basically it's just putting one foot in front of the other. Ta-da! Gorgeous. These are the basic things, and without anything else, you know, it's practice, 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 practice. And you really just need to concentrate. Make sure that your shoulders are back. Make sure that your head is straight. No bobbing around. Standing up really tall. Don't move anything but your hips. You always have to have like a slight bend of your elbows, and you have to move them a little bit. So pretend like you're brushing the outside of your thighs, because it has to look natural. And most importantly, you have to look cool doing it. And the only way that you're going to look cool doing it is if you do it all the time.